Plaintiff Nicole Wheat says she's an assistant manager of an apartment complex where the defendants used to live. Nicole claims one day while arguing with the defendant started recording Nicole. And then the video was posted on social media and got 60,000 views. Nicole claims this video has negatively affected her career, so she's suing. Defendants Brittany Cox and Hannah Singh say while living in the apartment complex where Nicole worked, Nicole was extremely unprofessional. Brittany insists Nicole gave her permission to record her, and therefore she did nothing wrong. She's countersuing for harassment.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
All right, Your Honor. Prior to this incident, I did not know these two ladies. They have been out to try to ruin my life and my career, Your Honor. On August 31st, Brittany walked into, I'm the assistant manager at apartment complex, sorry. I'm an assistant manager at apartment complex where these two ladies also rented two separate apartments. On August 31st, Brittany came into my office stating that she was getting ready to move out. But per her lease, it states that she's financially responsible for the apartment 30 days after she gives notice. So her and my manager got into a verbal altercation about the fact that she felt like she wanted, to be out of her lease. Mm-hmm. And that was just gonna be it. And per her lease, we couldn't do that. So she was upset about that whole situation. So during that time, she got on the phone with her mother and started defaming my manager, calling her Satan's mother. Her and her husband were ugly, and that's why they were going to hell and things like that. I tried to, resolve the situation and calm her down a little bit, but she was upset, so whatever. She took her 30-day notice, filled it out, and brought it back. September 5th, she came into the office. I guess there was another verbal altercation between Brittany and my manager, Marilyn. I was not in the office, so I do not know, but I do have evidence about what had happened during that time.
Which evidence is that? Who is that
from my manager and from my leasing consultant about what took place.
You're going to tell me as well?
Yes, I was not in the office when, I guess, altercation happened in the office. Brittany was upset because she had to pay a $75 late charge due to the fact that her rent was late. So my manager ended up waiving the late charge for her because, she was causing too much of a ruckus. So at that time, she left the office. There was no further business. Where I come in is I was coming in from lunch. I heard my office door open and close. But when I turned the corner, Brittany had her ear pressed to the office door, listening to the conversation on the other side. So I waited at the end of the hall for her to, to go ahead about her business. She never left. So I walked up to her and I asked her if I could help her. She said, turn around with the attitude, no, I'm listening to them talk mess about me. Not in those words, but yes. Mm-hmm. So I asked her again if I could help her with something. She told me no. So I went on around her into the office. As soon as the office door opened, my manager said to me, oh my God, I thought you were her. I said, no, door closed. She's being outside being nosy. As soon as I said that, the door opens. What did you say? Again, further altercation presumed, where a video was recorded, Your Honor, which was also here in evidence.
She recorded?
She recorded the video, Your Honor.
What were you all doing at that time?
At that point, it was a verbal altercation going on in the office between me and her. Mm-hmm. Regarding the fact of her rent being late and things like that. We had asked her to leave on multiple occasions. She refused to leave the office. Mm-hmm. It was, yes, we were in our office. She refused to leave. We had to call the police, which I also have.
See that, please. Did you all ever tell her to stop taping you?
So we did not know that she was recording at the time. It wasn't until later on where she called our corporate office and said that she had a video.
All right, let me hear from you all, and then I'll get back.
I know Hannah because we had the fortunate event of renting in an apartment where Nicole works. I basically went in there to go pay my rent. They tried to charge me a late fee. I told them that I took a picture of the time that I was there. They ended up waiving it because the office should have been open. As I was walking out of the door, before I could even close the door, Marilyn, her boss, and another coworker started talking about me. So of course, I put my hand up to the door and I started listening. I heard somebody coming up. Nicole walked up to me with the attitude asking me if she can help me. And I told her, no, I'm listening to what they're talking about me. I'm just listening. So she excused me, walked in, and that's when her manager said, oh, I thought it was gonna be her again. But once she did that, I walked in and I tried to address the manager about her being unprofessional. I don't understand.
How was she unprofessional?
Well, I feel like since they started talking about me before I even closed the door.
Yeah, they can. People can.
Like
They can say
cussing me
she's a
out.
bad tenant. She's in here arguing about this late fee. What's wrong with her? She brought her little picture in here and she got a nasty attitude. She's still out there, I think. Yeah, they can say all of that. Now, if you don't, the language, if you want them to be born, okay, the young lady is out there intruding upon our privacy as we discuss her destiny and the things that she is engaged in as a tenant here at our complex. That's what's going on. Oh, yes, it is. Okay, that's very inappropriate for her to be out there. She shouldn't be there. Is that how you want them to say it? Fine. They just decided to say it. She's out there. Listen to our conversation. What the devil is she doing? Does she need to find somewhere else to go and something else to do? They had every right to talk about you listening to their conversation. They had every right. What you want them to just say, oh, she's out there listening to?
They're saying
Let's not talk in our own office. Let's not talk in our own office. These are our offices, but because she's out there, let's gag ourselves, please.
Even though
particularly if you're about to tell me that she taped, as I understand,
Yes, she did, Your
taped the
Honor.
conversation. You were committing a crime. I hope you know that. You went in, and what happened when you went in?
I tried to talk to her boss and I was told that I couldn't speak to anybody. She was the only person. The way that I was leaning on their counter, because I wasn't upset, the way I was leaning on her counter made her say, go ahead, you can go ahead and start recording me. So that's exactly what I did.
Was anybody else on that recording?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did they give you permission?
No, Your
Then
Honor.
you, once again, you committed an illegal act. What do you have there?
So, Your Honor, in the video, she states that that she was standing outside of the door. She admits to that. And then she also stated in the video, Your Honor, the reason why I'm here is that she wanted me fired. And
okay, what did she do with the video? She
took the
distributed
video.
it?
Yes, they took the video, Your Honor. Her and the other defendant, Hannah, took the video and started walking around the complex and showing it to other residents. They also
Not
took
true.
the video and put it
That
on
isn't
Yelp.
true.
They put it on Facebook.
There go these
Your Honor,
kids with these social media.
I have the evidence of
Let's
all of
see
the
it, please.
defaming comments that are underneath her Facebook post, Your
How many
Honor.
people?
60,000 views, Your Honor. 60,000 views. I had
And you
phone
have something
calls.
here? What is
Yes,
this?
that's the video that was recorded.
Let's see it.
Call you out your name.
You have told me
Did I
my
sit
name
there?
twice since I stood here.
I'm just right now. But the way that you come
In
in,
less than 5 minutes, you just called me out of my name. So what are you talking about? You had just called me out of my name, and you expect me to be professional when I'm standing here and I'm having to deal with people
you
on a
walked
regular
up
basis.
unprofessional.
What are you talking about? I was coming back from lunch, and you're standing outside of my office listening to the people inside of my office.
They're talking about
So
me,
what?
and you guys admitted it.
So what?
What do you mean?
Get
so
over
what?
it. People talk about everybody on a regular basis. Get over it.
No, I don't know you.
Sure you do.
I don't know you. I
Get
see
over
her.
it.
No, what are you talking about?
People
You
talk
guys are
about
supposed
people
to be
all the time.
professional.
So what?
What do you mean,
We're
so
not.
what?
And we were professional in your face, and when you turned your back and was not. So what? Get over it. So what else do you want?
I want you fired.
So at that point, Your Honor, I felt like that was a smear campaign.
So it's okay to do this to people.
When she told me she wanted me
it's
fired.
It's okay for people to come in here to pay their rent, and you guys are really going to try to charge them late fees, and then you're really going to give
charge
them.
everybody late fees. I got
You
cussed out
guys-
2 times today over late fees.
Because you guys
Absolutely.
weren't in the office on Saturday.
What are
I'm
you
pretty
talking
sure.
about? You stood here. We were here Saturday. You don't like it? You're leaving. And you've paid your rent for the last 30 days. You are more than welcome to leave if you don't like it.
But nothing can be done. You're just going to be up here, and you're just going to be the way that you are, and Maryland's going to allow that.
Right. Because I have to deal with people like you, and who's going to stand up and be tough enough?
Oh, so Marilyn can't be tough, so then she hires people like
All right,
you?
that's
Yeah,
enough.
I'm
That's
just
enough.
listening.
That's
I did
enough.
it to the
That's
top.
enough. I was waiting to hear because of so far we've heard nothing about you receiving permission.
Right.
And this is minutes in, or you giving permission.
Right.
This is minutes into the video, and there was no such comment about it one way or the other. Now, what I did hear, however, is you responding to her calling you out of your name, cursing you. And I did hear and watch you, ma'am, continue to try and provoke an argument. She told you to leave on many occasions. You just kept trying to provoke an argument and tape her, in essence, set her up to do as you did, put it on social media so 60,000 people can form this bad impression that you gave. You just wouldn't leave. In fact, you wouldn't leave so much so that they had to call the police. This is the police report. Parties calm down. She will take up issue with corporate. They had to call the police on you to leave. What do you have to say?
I was trying to I wanted to talk to somebody above her. The lady that you've seen in the video walking through, that was her boss. So they were telling me that I
Oh,
couldn't
the boss
speak
was
to
there.
anybody.
Well, you need to ask her
So,
to speak if
it's
the
a-
boss
I was
is right
trying- I
there.
was trying
You're
to-
doing everything else in the video. You should say, hey, boss.
So
Let me holler at you.
Your Honor, she
About
did
these
say
late
she
fees.
did call for my boss to come over, but my boss had enough of her, Your Honor, that she told her again on multiple occasions. I also have the transcript of that video
Let's
on
see.
multiple occasions and told her to leave as well. She didn't want to continue to argue
So
with
she
her.
did talk to the boss.
Exactly.
The
So
boss
my
told her to get
informed
out.
her to leave.
Is that true, ma'am?
yes, sir. I wanted
You
a
just
corporate.
said you wanted to talk to the
I
boss.
wanted
Now
a
you just
corporate-
admit you did talk to the boss and you wouldn't get out, so they called the police on you. Your counterclaim is for what?
harassment.
How did she harass
She's
you?
claiming that I called her job, that I was threatening her, and I didn't do anything. I have, I guess, my photocopies of my phone records stating that I've never called her. I never sent her an email. Everything that she
What
was
you did is
claiming-
enough. What I've seen is already enough for defamation. You're paying $5,000. So what did she do to you?
She harassed me.
Okay,
She
you haven't
was false-
explained. Judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day. Yours
Thank
just
you,
me.
Your Honor.
The way that she acts in the video, that's who she is.
I don't have anything to say. Thank you, Your Honor. I definitely appreciate it.
I'm looking forward to moving forward from this. She's unprofessional, she's catty, she's mean. It's all over their Yelp page. Everybody complains about her. It's gonna happen. She's gonna lose her job. She should have, the way that she spoke to Brittany. She speaks to everybody else unprofessionally, and I'm looking forward to some accountability, hopefully in the future.